What's up, people? I'm here with Ollie Hughes from Appear Natural. I'm Marc, Creative Scalps. We're going to do a little thing talking about Bishop products and being ambassadors for Bishop. Coming up after this.
So
Here we are, Ollie.
yes, so we're gonna sort of talk about some of the products that you can get from BishopSMP. Go to bishopsmp.com, obviously. So these are SMP specific products. So I suppose we should start with the wand. So the wand here is the sort of flagship Bishop handpiece.
Comes in a beautiful little box.
Lovely.
I've got the original packaging because it came in like a little. You know when you open an iPhone.
Oh yeah.
And the box opens really nice. Like it actually comes in a nice.
Yeah, we
little
should have done an unboxing, shouldn't we? Really.
Yeah, but I haven't got a new one to unbox. So
Anyway,
you've got a box over there. I'll get it.
Oh, I have got it. I have got the box.
It's a bit battered, but
I might need a close up of that. Yeah, it's a bit.
yeah, it's a bit battered. It's been used.
But yeah, really nice. So it comes in this, and then obviously, they got, as Marc was saying, beautiful packaging. You can see
There's a little story inside as well about Franco.
oozes quality, oozes, and then in there you get that.
Open it up.
See, even magnetic, you know. And then yeah, bit of history about Bishop, who started as a tattoo specific company and then have moved into SMP now. And then yeah, obviously in there you get this really nice sort of carry case. But obviously, most importantly, the handpiece, which is, so obviously here I've got the matte black edition.
Yeah, I've got like a chrome version here, and a little surprise for Ollie as well. And he's probably looking like I've got a different.
Oh, what is that?
Yeah.
Ah,
So
different.
you can get different. What do you call that bit?
Grip.
Different grip. There you go. Get different
Yeah.
grip. So what happens? So that's the original wand, and it's got a smaller grip. And when I first started using it, I was used to using the Shane Spirit. They're really like unbreakable. You can smash.
yeah. I was going to say that was on purpose.
So I was used to the Shane Spirit, and it was about the size of that. Like,
Yeah, a
the
lot
same
thicker.
one.
Yeah.
And then when I got that, to be honest, I did have problems because of the size
Circumference,
of it.
yeah.
And I was wrapping it with grip tape.
I'm waiting for some innuendos about me being used to a smaller circumference.
So yeah, I'd wrap it with grip tape, and then that really helped. And then when the Hoffman came over to see me, like he had these, and so we put that on, and straight away, like it was definitely a better fit. Like I found it. Like,
I'll be getting that a go later.
Yeah, but here's another surprise for Ollie. Like,
Go on.
obviously, the Bishop boys like me more than Ollie, and they send me some stuff, and the other facility
Would appear so.
in the back of the queue. But, keep hold of that.
Okay, sorry.
So you can keep hold of that.
Yeah.
So Bishop have just released disposable grips.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and in there is basically a grip the same size as that, but it's disposable. So yeah, we can.
Dave, Franco, where were my disposable grips? Just to reiterate, me and Marc and I are both Bishop SMP ambassadors on the Bishop SMP Pro team. So
Yeah, look at that. So it's nice. So
oh, that is nice, isn't
I
it?
can feel that. Yeah, it's actually
That
like
is
sort of
very
like,
nice.
So these are like made like whatever metal that is, and
Yeah.
that's got like it's a bit more rubber, so you get a really good grip on that.
So just to give you a
It's
better idea of that, it's sort of like a rubbery. It kind of looks a bit like leather, but I'm guessing it's like a synthetic. And it's got quite a nice sort of tactile feel to it. So yeah, I'll be trying these out later.
Yeah, you can have that one. So
Oh, thanks, mate.
yeah, I could have bought some more. I've got 2 boxes of big boxes.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, great. Cheers. Again, cheers, Dave. So yeah, great handpiece, really powerful, light, everything that I personally want in a handpiece. I've never looked back since moving from the old. I've tried a few different handpieces, but yeah, you really can't go wrong with that. So yeah, take a look at the website, get yourself one of these. Really nice transparent lead, really nice cord. Again, everything kind of oozes quality from Bishop. So
Yeah. So the cord is really nice.
It is genuinely nice. It is though, isn't it? It is.
Yeah.
It's like a transparent effect.
And it's RCA,
Wound.
it plugs into an RCA, like, and you can plug it into any power machine. Basically, like you might need a different connection for it, but that was the thing. When I first started using it, I wasn't sure. I was just like, okay, yeah, I'm going to use it because they gave it to me. And but then the more I've used it, like, you know, I wouldn't go back now. Like the power is totally consistent. It's like the feel of it, like it's just so comfortable in the hand. And I've definitely noticed, like, I don't kind of get that wrist ache now when I'm working. So obviously with that, I can perform better treatments.
Absolutely.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
What are we moving on to? Let's talk about the pigments. So Bishop do a pigment line which comes in 4 different shades. So it's pre-diluted. So here we've got the light and the medium. You can also get a dark and a pure. So pure black, which would obviously be. No, I haven't. No, I tend not to use them. But so the pure black would be obviously potentially diluted by itself, more like an old sort of conventional method of, you know, SMP dilution. But personally, I feel like I'd rather have the pre-diluted pigment. So I think the rest for me, for someone who's a little bit more experienced, the rest in terms of tone is gauged by pressure. So just having 3 tones for me is absolutely fine. And obviously it's just a lot more. What's the word? You can cut this bit. What's the word? It's a lot more convenient. It's a lot more. Let me start again. So obviously it's just a lot more convenient. And yeah, so definitely be looking at those good quality pigment Bishop SMP.
So maybe you should talk to me, not the camera, so because I haven't used it.
What do you mean?
I haven't used that pigment yet. No.
Oh, okay.
And you've used it a few times, haven't you?
Yeah.
Right. And
Really
actually,
holds really nicely.
And you actually use it as a light, medium, and dark. Right?
Yeah.
So on,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So like on someone white skinned like me, you'd start with light.
I'm going to be using it on you.
Yeah.
Now, personally, would probably be looking at a medium with you.
Yeah.
Light is quite light, so
like really light.
Light is for like blonde hair, light features. Yeah.
But then if you do something like me and you do medium, and then you've only got one other option of dark after that, haven't you? So how dark was the dark?
That's why I think they've got the pure as well as the dark.
And then you can dilute.
Because for very dark skin, you'd be verging on sort of maybe a very, very low dilution with the dark. Because dark, I would say, would be for maybe Asian skin tones. Yeah. So yeah, medium would be fine with you.
Yeah. And how do you find the consistency of it?
Consistency is really nice. Again, they're pre-diluted, so it's obviously a high quality dilution. Whatever solution they've used there holds really nicely, flows really well through the tip. So yeah,
good stuff, man. Yeah. We've got needles. So probably the next thing is needles. Yeah.
Probably the biggest for me.
The biggest thing.
Probably the biggest difference in terms of you know, obviously these are great quality products, but at the end of the day, you know,
it's all about the needle, really.
It's that's what's in contact with the skin, and that's what for me has been the biggest game changer for my treatments. Has been the Bishop SMP needles. They're unbelievable. Yeah. The fact that they're welded together, they're just so consistent. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So for anyone who doesn't know or doesn't do SMP, most people are using a 3-point needle. So basically, you're only ever producing one replicated follicle at a time, but there's 3 micro needles working together to produce that one dot. What you used to get in poor quality, and well, a lot of needles now still on the market, they splay, so you get a larger dot. It's more inconsistent. It's not penetrating the skin quite well enough. But they solve all those issues. Yeah,
these are a big game changer. Like every needle I pull out of the packet, like, is precision made. Like, and you can just tell the quality, kind of. You know, you get when we get one out of a packet. Obviously, all you got to do once you get it out of the packet, and you push that up. Just the feeling of pushing that up, I know it feels solid. Because I've had others do that.
Yeah, they rattle. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is actually like made. The housing's all made. It all fits together nicely. Yeah. It's all, you know, it feels solid. You know.
Yeah, And again,
and you can
they just look nice as well. You've got a little Bishop Bishop emblem on there.
Yeah, I'll probably zoom into that. It's got like so you've got a couple of little holes there. I think they're there to let a bit of airflow, so you don't get so many blockages and like used to with the old needles, like be spitting all over the place.
Yeah.
I very rarely get that anymore. I still get like your blockage because you're always gonna, but like it literally just push the needle out, give it a
quick wipe,
and then carry on. And you know, very rarely like do I have problems like I used to have. So yeah.
And obviously they come in a range of sizes. I do use the 04 sometimes, but I mainly use the 06.
Yeah.
So you've got 04, 06, or the 08 up in.
They got a 10.
0.2 increments.
I think they've made a 12.
And a 12 as well.
I've not seen the 12. I've mostly used the 06 and the 08 with a 04, like, which is 0.17 mil. Like, apparently that's the smallest.
Smallest 3-point needle, definitely, yeah.
No, I use it just for fun, really, because I think as you get experience, you can, like Ollie said earlier, you can use like a lighter pressure and lighter touch, like, you know, and it doesn't really matter about the size of the needle once you're used to it, but
it's nice, especially on the hairline, to have a much finer tip.
Yeah.
To sort of get that really kind of soft, graduated look at the hairline.
Yeah, but yeah, they're really great, and they are the one, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'd advise all these products to everyone, to anyone, you know, in the industry, but the needles are what are going to really change your treatments.
Yeah.
And you won't look back.
And it's only a small thing as well, but like just getting it in the housing, like I used to get problems.
Yeah.
You know, with other needles that I used to use, and I think where they're sort of like the plastic grip is here, because most needles you push in and you twist, don't you? Like, and I would get problems, you know, with the brand I was using before this. Like, you know, you put it in there and it's like it wasn't in there. It's like, what? And then you'd have to find a new needle because literally because they're not made as precision as these are. Like, you know, these plastic grips here would be worn out, but they are made proper. These ones. There was something else I was going to say as well. That's it. The throw of the needle. So as you can see, that comes out there. There's no adjustment to adjust the throw, but so most of us, like on the Bishop sort of like Pro team, we like what we call a long throw. So we like the needle to be protruding quite far out of the cartridge, and the Bishop is set up at a certain measurement, which I can't remember, but you can see there, if anything, it's sort of like getting close to a centimetre. And I know with some other sort of brands, you'll find you won't be able to adjust it at all, and it'll be set too far back, so you're not quite getting the control that you want. But this has actually been set to a certain length, which Franco would tell us exactly what it is, and that's going to promote like an even ink flow.
Yeah.
And you'll get like a perfect impression every time, you know.
Cool.
Runs smooth. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm impressed with those. Looking forward to having a go on that. I think that's all the product.
There's no ink in it, I just like. And you can literally chase someone down the street, so this is perfect for Ollie. Likes it perfect, and he can chase people down the street. Just one more dot.
Yeah.
Hold it.
Yeah, I do like these grips.
Yeah.
Very nice. You got this sent back with a longer throw, didn't you?
So yeah, he bought me. So they made the longer throws, and then I had the original ones that we had, like what you got there.
Yeah.
And then when he came over, he gave me another one, which has got the longer throw set on it.
I've got a shorter throw still.
Yeah, you need to get the longer one. It's trouble because we're in the UK, Bishop's in the US. Obviously, like we're a bit behind the times, but
very nice.
we're nearly there.
So yeah,
Wicked.
Bishop SMP range.
All right. I think we're all done. Gone through it all. Yeah.
I think so.
So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and just me and Ollie having a chat about the Bishop stuff, and we really wouldn't use it if we didn't like it. So
no, we're both very kind of OCD, very particular,
yeah,
and meticulous.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, the stuff we use is really important to us. So yeah, couldn't be more of a fan.
Cool. All right. Catch you later.